Welcome CDL fans to our June 11th game day, finally Friday here in the Demolition League. And things, for the most part, sort of getting back to normal as far as schedule-wise goes, and hopefully can stay this way throughout the rest of the season, but we'll find out in due time. We've got the Atlanta Avengers on the road to go head-to-head with the Washington Patriots to start this game day Atlantic Division showdown. Let's get right to it. Let's get a look at the lineups. Red Drager leads the way for Matt Geiser's Atlanta Avengers, followed by Monkey Ball at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's going to be Solar Reflex and that 5-point gainer. It's going to be Mika. To the home side, going to be No Fear leading the way for the Washington Patriots, followed by Ratitude at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's Orange Chevelle, and that 5-point gainer, it's Hyper Fan. Both teams on the field ready for this one to get started. Washington with that 1-6 record, looking for win number 2, and Atlanta not much better. I think they're like 2-4 or something like that. 2-4-0-1, I think. And the reason why you're shaking, folks, is because of this little guy. Renji, the collision kitten, has joined us. You can lay down, you'll be alright. Stay off the main field, buddy. So here we go. And that time we had an interference. And Renji on the patrol here. Just get your tail off of there. That's all. Come on, get your tail off. You're close enough to the edge. So the interference, we're still scoreless. We will continue. And out of play there for Red Drager. So still scoreless. Match continues. And this time, No Fear has a good flip. Red Drager down. So the score now 5-0 in favor of Washington. That now brings out Monkey Ball. And Monkey Ball gets taken down 10-0. Atlanta in a deficit here. Trying to fight their way back. It's going to be Solar Reflex. Trying to keep the Avengers in this game. No Fear from the front runner spot. And unstoppable all day. Needs one more flip. And donuts served for dinner. 15-0 the final. The Washington Patriots at home on a soft field using offense to get the job done. No Fear, 3-0 from the front runner spot. Patriots get the 15-0 win. Welcome back, CDL fans. We get right into it. We got the Los Angeles Blades on the road to take on the San Diego Lightning in a Pacific Division showdown. Let's get a look at the lineups here. Pink Indy Jr. leads the way for the Los Angeles Blades, followed by a freshly repaired Cove Light. It's now weighing in at 45 grams instead of 37. A little repair work that adds some weight onto him. A little extra tungsten in there too. At the captain spot, it's going to be Grelina, and that 5-point gainer will be Green Blaze Jr. for the LA Blades. Maybe the collision kitten wanting to look on or wanting to get through here. I don't know what his goal is sometimes, but Zap is on the home side of the field leading the way for the San Diego Lightning, followed by Rocket Power at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's Futurama, and at 5-point gainer, it's El Rey. He's realized that he has a tail, folks. You have to understand this miraculous discovery that Renji has just made, that he has a tail. And just fantastic, phenomenal, amazing things. But anyways, the game goes on. The game day goes on. We've got Zap up against Pink Indy Jr. leading this game off. And both cars are going to be down. 5-5 the score. So that's now going to bring out Cove Light and Rocket Power to come to heads. And both cars staying up on their first collision. Go ahead again. Again, they're staying up. And out of play goes Rocket Power. So still 5-5 as the match will continue. Two good defensive cars on the field right now. And two soft field teams to boot. Go get him, Renji. Drag him over this way. Well, can't teach him to fetch quite yet, I guess. But Rocket Power going back to his own size after the out of play. Still a 5-5 game. They still do happen. This whole end of the field where I'm at, all opened up. So it's not impossible, and this time, he's still up. He is still standing. He'll switch sides here, go at it again. Rocket Power and Cove Light still battling out. Two good defensive juggernauts on the field. Out of play goes Rocket Power. Still 5-5. Pacific Division rivalry continuing here. And what a rivalry these two have had over the years is, again, out of play goes Rocket Power. It's amazing how many times, too, these teams have met up head-to-head in the playoffs. And what a move by Rocket Power. He's able to hang on there. Looks like a little offensive advantage going in Cove White's favor. And out again, out of play. Going out on my side here. Still 5-5. And that one was a good hit. But again, Rocket Power up to the task. And this time, Rocket Power had a flip, but went out of play. That saves Cove White. Still in this game, 5-5 the score. And that was a close flip. Rocket Power able to stay up. And yet again, the same move. Good spin maneuver. My goodness, deep fry me a Twinkie. We got some great action going on. That time we had a clip shot, but it was going to be ruled a bad roll. So back to their own side they go again. And that was another good one. Whoa. That time we had really a null roll. And that explains the problem. We got some issues on his underside, and that is going to affect rolling capabilities. So that is going to be a mandatory timeout if he wants to be able to roll. So San Diego has used their one and only timeout for today's game, just for that little adjustment. And now he should be able to move and roll just fine, which he does. Match back on. Still tied at 5. Both cars again able to stay up. They continue. Whoa, out of play. Still 5-5. And out of play yet again. Rocket Power must like that home side of the field. So the match will continue here. We got a good one on hand. LA and San Diego still beefing and battling. And out of play yet again goes Rocket Power. Still all leaving at 5. And this time, Rocket Power's down. Cove White, too much for Rocket Power to take. Maybe the repairs work. He's holding up pretty good right now. I gotta say that much. 10-5 the score as Cove White looks to put it away. Futurama trying to tie this thing up. Almost goes down on the first collision. Stumble, wumbling, fumbling, able to somehow hang on was Futurama as that time he does go out of play. Still 10-5. Cove White trying to put this game away. Almost did so another time. And Futurama is all defense that time. I don't know how he got through the netting. I don't know if he went over, but no, he went through, I think. There's a little section of mesh that's going to have to be repaired because we have a little collision kitten that likes to scratch at the mesh that surrounds the field. So it's a case where we do have a legit out of play via cat assist, I guess, but 10-5 the score. He just stayed low enough to just roll right under the net. That's basically what happened. Has to be done as he goes to try to scratch his way out. Let me help you. Go over there. He gets free bats every CDL game day, folks. Free bats for Renji, the Collision Kitten. And if you'd like, you can just come on over, bring your cats over. They love the CDL. And they get free bats with every CDL ticket purchase for your cat. Free cat bats with every CDL. Just the highest quality tap water. Only the... So I gotta send out an apology to CDL fans because apparently $300+ is not enough to get any lengthy recording past the 10-minute mark. I don't know. I tried reformatting the camera, the SD card, all that good stuff. Apparently it doesn't work. The final score of the last game was 15-5. The LA Blades did get the win over the San Diego Lightning. Cove White getting that final flip on Futurama. And coming up next, it's Alex Johnson's other team. His Puerto Rico Playas on the home side of the field set to take on Shane Geiser's Miami Brawlers. So on to the Atlantic Division we go next, or again, right? But it was 15-5 LA. Do apologize that it cut out when it did. I had no control over it. Camera did on its own, and I didn't realize it until I heard a shutter click, right? And it's like, that's not right. So, Yeah, that's the situation. Because the camera just stays on and doesn't turn off until the shutter click like delays. It's a delayed thing. Anyways, so every game from here on out is going to have to be individually recorded. Honestly, $300, I hate to waste it like that, but I might just go back to Facebook and do it live on Facebook again, because the camera doesn't cut out on Facebook Live. So we might go back to that. But anyways, let's get a look at the lineups. Gray Indy leads the way for the Miami Brawlers, followed by Buzz Off at the middleman spot. The captain's position is going to be Spinebuster and at 5-point gainer. It's going to be Green Demon. So, in case you're wondering, so you don't maybe stumble across the same product, Canon EOS. Don't know what I did wrong. Maybe Canon's got some explaining, or their SD card, I don't know. To the home side though, Rowdy leads the way for the Puerto Rico Playas, followed by Sub-Zero. Gratitude Jr.'s at the captain's spot at 5-point gainer. It's going to be Blue BMW. Renji, right back at it, fighting the field and everything. So here we go. Gray Indy and Rowdy leading us off here today. Rowdy has a good flip, 5-0. Puerto Rico in the lead. Puerto Rico, I think they're 3 and 4. They're trying to get to that 500 mark. They got a 5-0 lead. That brings up Buzz Off. Buzz Off and Rowdy going at it here. And both are staying up to this point, and this time Buzz Off down 10-0 in favor of Puerto Rico. You're at home doing some work, as that brings up Spinebuster now, so he'll try to keep the Brawlers in this game. And just having a little issue with the rolling capabilities on this side. And should be maybe okay now. There we go. As long as we never have to use Crisco again. We got a good flip there though. So 10-5 now. The score is Rowdy goes down. Puerto Rico in the lead. Sub-Zero looking to end it here. Both cars staying up. Going to keep their own size. Going at it again. Spinebuster versus Sub-Zero. Both cars again able to stay alive. Miami and Puerto Rico, rivals of the Atlantic Division. Used to be rivals in the Southeast Division, and this time Spinebuster has a good flip, and we are tied at 10. So the Brawlers fighting back as that brings out Gratitude Jr., the rookie, able to stay up with Spinebuster. Spinebuster good defensively, able to deliver a good hit there, but Gratitude Jr., the rookie, stay up, and that time we had a cat interference. So the interference right there, and we still got a 10-10 game. You okay there, Renji? I think he's fine. So we continue this match, and now, Spinebuster stays up in the end and has a good flip, as he's now going for the Captain's Day. 15-10, Miami in the lead. Spinebuster rising up from the dead like he was Undertaker there. Blue BMW going to try to force overtime, and does so. So we had $80 for both St. Jude's and for the Animal Cancer Foundation raised up in charity. Well, it's now going to be up to $85 each. Tied at 15. The Miami Brawlers and the Puerto Rico Playas are in overtime. And Green Demon has a good flip. Miami Brawlers getting the win here over the Puerto Rico Playas. 20-15 the final. What a match. Shane Geyser's squad coming out on top. And a tough loss for the Puerto Rico Playas, no doubt about it. As they put up a valiant effort, just not enough in the end. Had that 10-0 lead just disappear on them. And Spinebuster was really the critical component in all that. So coming up next, going to be the New York Empire on the road to do battle with the Gowanda Outlaws. And that's going to bring our first segment of the day to a close. So stay tuned, it's coming up next. Welcome back, CDL fans. Trying to make sure you're a little bit more. Oh boy, he's discovered his tail again. Anyways, we got 15 Turbo leading the way for the New York Empire today, followed by Rising Heat at the middleman spot. Black Bullet 2 has the captain's position, and Challenge has the 5-point gainer spot for the New York Empire, who are on the road here in the final game of our first segment to take on cross-state rivals, the Gowanda Outlaws. They lead the way today with Reptile, followed by Hammer at the middleman spot. Up daddy talk right, will you? Anyways, Black Spinebusters at the captain's position at 5-point gainer is going to be Demon 4 for the Gowanda Outlaws. So both teams set and ready to go. And so is Reggie, who is cleaning his tail. So here we go. Reptile and 15 Turbo, and almost a flip there. And this time there was one. Reptile goes down, 15 Turbo off to a good start. 5-0 Empire in the lead. And apparently Renji wants to try to clean Rising Heat. So anyways, we continue, and both Hammer and 15 Turbo are down. So the New York Empire off to a really great start here, 10-5. Rising Heat looks to put this game away. Black Spinebuster trying to tie it up for the Outlaws. Both cars staying up there. Two very good defensive cars. And he is going to be down. Only one of the wheels is touching the edge of the field. This is going to count as a flip. Rising Heat is down. We cannot play it as if it was flat. So, the score now going to be 10-10. That brings up Black Bullet 2 for the Empire. He and Black Spinebuster going at it here. Two of the best defensive cars in the league, no doubt. Or two of maybe the top 10, definitely. So we have not a play there. So, still 10-10. And these two cars still going at it. Two defensive juggernauts. And a good barrel roll maneuver by Black Bullet 2. And this time Black Bullet 2 with a good flip. So 15-10, the New York Empire regained the lead and now look for the win. Demon 4 trying to force overtime. Not gonna happen. 15-10, the final, and the New York Empire victorious on the road today over the Gowanda Outlaws. And a huge win for them, and for Gowanda, a tough loss. Matter of fact, I think they were 6-1 coming into this game day, if I remember right. And now the Philadelphia Demons will have an opportunity to take the sole owner of first place, or sole ownership of first place in the Eastern Conference. So Philly taking on Tampa Bay. Yes, Philadelphia Demons on the road against Tampa Bay in the next segment. So segment 2, that's coming up. Actually, that's the headliner of the next segment. But also there is going to be Detroit and Denver. You're going to see Phoenix taking on Nevada. And to start it off, the Mexico City Jaguars on the road against the San Antonio Defenders in a rematch of last year's Western Conference Final. So that's all coming up next here on our June 11th game day. So stay tuned for the next segment to be posted. It'll be soon enough, I'm pretty sure. Right, Renji? He's asleep. Shh. He's asleep. Don't wake him up. You know what? Game day's called. Let him sleep. He's got some knowledge. We'll be back, folks.